Here is 1938. This is the absolute height of the Great Depression. So that means on an average 40% unemployment in the USA. That means in towns you had 60, 70, 80% unemployment. Food lines around the block, people starving, couldn't feed themselves. But there's always people who have money. And anyone who bought a motorcycle at that time had money. This is a special order black monotone. Any monotone bike 38 was a special order. It's right on that invoice. A Harley order blank. This had a chrome package. It's a late 38. They made roughly 2,900 of them. This is number 2604. It's an original paint machine. We have black with teak striping. Custom paint on the fork. Custom paint on the oil tank with a 1939 safety award. So this bike was blinged out, had lights everywhere. We're re-putting the chrome package on. I don't quite have everything. But it's a late 38, so I would have had the 39 strips here. It's a late 38, so I'd have what we think of as a 39 style seat. But it's right in my accessory catalog. This seat was available. This one's a Stag with the Fox Rhino hide. So I need a set of bags that match the seat, match the bike. My bags are alligator bags and they're much rougher. This toolbox did not come with the bike. It's either a 39 or later replacement box. It does not have a hinge. The box that came with it has been repaired. I just made a video of it and had the hinge. So my assumption is that was the original box to the bike, and Finder repaired it. The Finder was Dennis Hines. He used to run a big meet in Connecticut. So you can see how bad the chrome was here. Most of it flashed off and got rusty. So we're going to upgrade that little brake light switch with a better one. He replaced the wheels with NOS wheels. He replaced the tanks with NOS tanks. Unfortunately, he got brilliant and dumbed down the paint instead of just polishing out the other paint. But I did not own the machine then. You can do what you want to do with your machines. I can do what I want to do with my machines. So, several things have to happen before I get back to work on this bike. I have to deal with that fucking mess. And then we're going to get back to work on this bike. Secondly, I have to create a nice big stainless tank that I can stick an entire freaking frame in and get clean. Mr. Bill needs to be done that way. I got to be able to clean the front fork. I got to be able to clean the inner primary. All that has to come apart and be cleaned, because I got to grease those fork bearings. That's just how it is. Again, you can do what you want with your bike, and I can do what I want with my bike. So I'm going to do what I view as proper maintenance to make sure I don't injure this bike by riding it and put about 1,000 miles on it. And what we've done so far, the only alteration this fender I did was I did drill the holes and I put this beautiful little airplane on it. These are pre-existing holes here, and the front flap is new old stock. And it's come to my attention because Billy Lane tagged me. He owns 2602, two numbers apart. So that's one of the reasons why I'm making this video, because ours are so close. I figured you'd want to see more of my bike on a video. I'm very curious as exactly what his is or isn't. Because in 38, they had a mid-year change somewhere. These zerts went from the inside here to the outside. They started using these Elamite fittings here instead of the earlier type fittings. And several other things. The frame is different. Had an entirely different check mark here in the neck, early and late. Get that or not. It was a late 38 with a chrome package. So my accessory catalog is July of 38. They made at least 4 big ones a year, plus smaller supplements throughout the year. How many? Nobody knows. Both of my wheels are new old stock. The rear brake entirely is new old stock. I suspect most of the front brake is new old stock. Certainly the brake drum is. When I clean up the rest of the front brake, we'll find out if it's new old stock or not. It's real easy to tell. You look for wear. So I do have a new old stock kicker cover. This one has about one thread left. So we'll clean this up and retap that hole and figure out which one I'm going to use. But while I had access to it, I went ahead and bought it. It's new over here on the bench. Brand new in the wrapper. 38. Brand new 38 kicker cover. So, as of right now, this is the headlight I want to use. This is technically a later post-war light. The early ones broke. And these are later post-war spots. So we've got the beautiful green here. These are the original spots that came with it. If I get down to putting spots on, which is easy to change, I want to put on the correct button rivet. Now the weirdest thing is, a buddy of mine at Wasion had a 48 only light with a button rivet. Yet I'm looking at these. There's my answer. I'm thinking it's 48. And it's not. He actually had a button rivet one, and I was too fucking dense to realize it, so I'm gonna have to call him up, see if he still got it. I need a set of button rivet ones there. Then it had a chrome package, so we're gonna put on the chrome battery cover. That would have been correct. This is the chrome dash that came with it. I found a better chrome rocker clutch while I was at Wasion. If I find a better one, I'll use that. I found a better early cover here for the rocker. It's better than the one that came with it, which is here. And again, I need more of these little, this is the Knucklehead style little lights. This is bronze. You can see the verdigris on bronze. So I pulled them off, and this is the cover here. Need some more of those. These are an old stock we have for that. And somebody at one point in time fixed and re-chromed the shifter. I assume the finder did. But I have a nice original shifter that's not been re-chromed. So we're going to clean that up and see which one we want to use. If I find a better one, then I find a better one. So we'll see. That's that. We're going to put on the chrome spirals here. And we would have had chrome handlebars. There's the chrome handlebars there. Our original bars have no chrome left. So we're going to keep the early accessory bar here. This would have just been something in the case that they would have grabbed. So I do have an NOS oil pump. But the oil pump needs to be rebuilt. The transmission is leaking from everything imaginable, so that's going to come apart. And I'll be really, really shocked if I don't end up pulling the motor apart. It runs beautiful. It's starting to smoke a little bit. It's leaking and puking, and the problem is this. I don't know who built it. Every time I get a bike, it might have been perfect for everybody else. It blows up on me, and I don't want to hurt this machine. So much better off for me to go ahead and do what I need to do, that I already know that I need to do, and take care of action and take care of business and make it happen. So I finally found my clutch tool. I couldn't remember where the hell I put it. I found it totally by accident. My buddy Mikey gave me that tool. So I can pull the clutch apart. And but before I get back to this bike, I have to deal with this huge mess here. It's got to go away. Absolutely gotta go away. So we're going to at some point today, I hope, put the tanks back on Mr. Bill and the seat back on Mr. Bill just for safety. And we'll take Mr. Bill, put him back in the row over there, put the 47 back in the row, and we need to clean up and vacuum the whole shop and get to work. So, anyhow, Billy, that's so cool. You got fucking a bike that's 2 numbers off of mine. So I made this video for you, buddy. So, really love to see some pictures of your bike. I tagged you with one. You know, you got your Instagram's like lots of photos, so I don't know which ones are which on your bike, but I'd love to see it. And oh yeah, chrome package. See, we had the little chrome there on the oil tank. Well, I got no chrome left here. I gotta find that. It'll show up. I'm not worried. All things in good time. So that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this little revisitation, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye bye.